The whole trailer was letting you know that everything's gonna be okay. We figured it out. Everything's
no clearance.
This is a great day. Tyler's not here. It's just being
It's the other two.
Yes. I would like to say we're the two Beyoncés.
Hey, just saying. Don't tell Tyler. He's Kelly. I would never name him a Michelle.
Yeah, he's not Michelle. Oh my God. I would have wished that on my worst enemy.
Hey, there's this like clip from 106 in Park, throwback, flashback. But like they were performing and Michelle bust her ass and they looked down and then just kept going.
They were like, you gotta get it back up. You gotta keep the show going at all times.
She took a second though. She had to get herself together.
I mean, you know how Beyonce be almost falling all the time, but she never lands. She always lands on her feet.
And and her face is always in character.
She stumbles, but she ain't lose a step.
Oh, brother.
Well, welcome to the No Clearance Podcast. It's your boy Jay, and I'm here with
your girl
Khadijah. Yes, the homie for life, the gift of gab, all the stuff Tyler says. Tyler's not here. This is gonna be a good episode.
He's gonna listen to this and be like, "Oh, these motherfuckers."
Tyler's not here. It's his wife's birthday, Drew. She's been on the show before, so
hey, happy birthday,
Drew.
Yes.
Yes. So he's not gonna be here, and we're gonna keep it rolling without him.
He's gonna be
talking shit too.
Hella shit. I mean, y'all have seen Tyler. Like this man just talks shit all day.
Exactly.
Literally.
That's all he does for a living.
No, seriously though.
So I got a hot take to start this episode off.
All right, what's the hot take?
I think we might actually need Karens in the world. If you really think about it. If you think about it, if you live in a certain neighborhood or you live in an apartment building, they always got those people that are too damn loud. And who is the lady that you call when you don't want to be the one to call the police?
Who you gonna call? Call the Karens.
Yes, exactly. Like everybody needs a Karen in their neighborhood. I just realized this because my best friend's mom, I just realized, is a Karen.
Oh, how did you come to that realization? I'm curious.
Because she's an overbearing white woman. And when you're an overbearing white woman, it makes you a Karen. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's great. She kept our neighborhood safe. She kept our neighborhood safer than the police.
Hey, honestly, though,
you never want to lose a parking spot. You'll never lose a parking spot. If you're cool with your Karen and she knows you park there every day and someone else parks there, she'll keep an eye on that spot without you asking. So there might be some positives.
Now I'm thinking, like, fuck, do we need Karens?
Everybody needs a Karen in their neighborhood. Like, everybody has a Karen in the neighborhood, and I advise you to try and get cool with them. Yeah, there's videos of them acting a fool, not minding their business, but that's the worst part of the Karen. What about the good parts when they protect your parking spots? Make sure no one shits in front of your house.
Karen, save your spot. Oh my God.
Someone shits in front of your house. They know you. What are you doing? Pick that shit up. And you come home, no shit in front of your house.
I'm going to even extend it and say you should have white friends.
Yeah, because the majority of them.
Because they literally are just like, no, that's not our fucking right. I gotcha. You know what I mean? Like, they're always going to hold you down.
1 out of every 5 white women is a Karen.
Hey, statistics never lie.
If you have 5 white friends, one of them's going to be the one to be like, that ain't right. You can't do that.
Hey, and they're like, it's like Karen's superpower is that like they're like obnoxious.
Yeah.
They're so obnoxious that it's like, fuck, like whatever, I'll move. You know what I mean?
They ever obnoxious when they're nice. They can't help it, but like when they're nice, they're helping you out. Like they're too much. They're like, hey, just want to let you know that guy was gonna shit in front of you, how your dog shit in front of your house, and they just keep going. It sucks, but it doesn't at the same time. Because you don't have to
so
shit
now
in front of your house.
I'm gonna try to be friends with Karens. Yeah, that's actually a good point.
If you have a Karen on your side, yeah, it could be bad because sometimes they fuck up and get a little racist. But when they're doing good, their good outweighs their bad.
Okay, well, when they're not racist, right?
Yeah, when they're not racist.
Sometimes it's like you might be at the other end of that barrel.
Well, you know what it is.
No pun intended.
Maybe it's a racist Karen that we can't take. We have to get rid of.
Yeah. Let's funnel this, right?
Yeah.
Like So you got to find a Karen who's like racially aware.
Yeah, like you got to find. Yeah, like Like my friend's mom, she's a Karen, and she's the nicest woman in the world. She doesn't got a racist bone in her body. So like,
See, that's a good Karen. That's the Karen you want on your side.
There's nothing wrong with being a Karen. You just can't be a Karen and a racist.
That's
what
it's like water and oil just doesn't fucking mix.
Exactly. You ever see a Karen in the making?
Have I seen a Karen in the making?
Yeah. Have you ever seen like someone your age and you're like, damn, when we get older, she's gonna be a Karen for sure?
Oh, okay. So no, but I have a student. I'm not gonna say her name, obviously, for privacy purposes. I love this little girl, and she was like, "Miss Corrette, do you know what a Karen is?" And I was like, "No, tell me." Keep in mind, this is a first grader. Okay, like she's like 6, 7, and I was like, "No, tell me." Well, it's somebody who's like super ignorant and like super obnoxious and just doesn't know how to shut up. And I was like, got it. You hit it on the head, kid. And it's just, she's like, yeah, I don't want to be a Karen. So can you tell me when I'm being a Karen? I'm like, yeah, I gotcha.
She knows her destiny.
She knows her, but she's very much so, she's going to be the Karen that's like fighting for justice.
See, here's the thing. They got to take the ignorant out of Karen because an ignorant Karen's a racist Karen.
This episode is brought to you by the good people at No Clearance. All right, go to noclearancepod.com/shop. We have merchandise for you to wear. Please support the brand. Okay, we got our new clearance collection. All right, with the Defy the Trends, Be the Standard shirts, as well as the No Clearance shirt and the Superior No Clearance shirt with the dad hats. Dad hats are selling big. Okay. So please make sure you go to noclearancepod.com/shop. Buy you some merch to support the podcast so we can get bigger and better every week. Thank you. Back to the show.
Ooh, that's actually true. Yeah. Because ignorance means you don't know. And if you're unaware, you're obviously you're colorblind. I fucking hate that term.
Oh, God.
I don't see color. Warning, red flag. Gotta go.
Bitch, what are you, a dog?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Unless you're really colorblind, then it's like, sorry.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, you can't.
They got glasses for that shit, though.
They do, but you still can't fly planes. So,
damn, really?
Yeah, it's like a thing. You can't fly planes if you're colorblind. You can't have anything wrong with your eyes if you fly planes.
Well, you know what? I like that criteria.
Yeah, like it's a really you have to take a really strict eye test because Oh,
jeez.
You're kind of in the sky. So if you're colorblind, you can't fly planes.
Even though pilots have been getting into a lot of shit lately. I'm not gonna hold you.
Really?
There was something on Instagram. It's not good that Shade Room is like my news base, but there's a pilot who was like super fucking plowed and drunk, had a bottle of like vodka or some shit.
Like that.
And yes, and was going into got checked in once, and then that second check-in, he turned around and threw the bottle of vodka, whatever he had, in the trash in the bathroom. Dumbass didn't you don't realize you're at an airport. There's crazy cameras.
Yeah.
Threw it out in the bathroom and then went back in to go on the plane. But he looked very disheveled and just off.
No.
And so they were like, yeah, buddy.
Damn, they snatched his ass up quick, huh?
Yeah, fuck the eyes. It's like, hey, why would you try to fly a plane inebriated?
Some people, if you're that bad of an alcoholic, he might not be able to fly a plane unless he got a little drink in him.
Hey, that's crazy.
Right? That's like
I cannot imagine being needing to function better with alcohol.
Yeah. That's scary because some people especially when you become an alcoholic like that, you only need one drink to get you drunk. After a certain point,
really, I would think their tolerance would be higher, Jay.
No, so once you reach a certain point of your alcoholism, your liver starts to deteriorate. So all you need is one drink, and you're fucked up. I know,
a lot. I didn't know that.
I got some family that are alcoholics, and you don't need that much to drink to get drunk.
To get there.
Yeah. After it's once you reach a certain point, you build your tolerance, and then it's just no tolerance, and then you just get drunk off a nip. But that's
I just want to name. People have joked and said I'm alcoholic, but I have several bottles, and hasn't been touched. Yeah, I just want to name that.
Just because you got liquor in your house doesn't mean.
Yeah, people judge me all the time, and I'm like, no, I like to have a good time. If I'm going to drink, and I also want to disclaim this: you do not need to drink in order to have a good time.
You don't.
But for KC, I like to get,
Get a
if
little
we're gonna
loose,
go, we're gonna go.
We're gonna have a good time. I get a little loose. Everybody needs to get a little loose.
Yeah. My bones gotta feel a little chill,
If I'm gonna stand in a room full of a bunch of people, I don't want to stand around. I gotta get a little.
Yeah,
loose.
literally, my social battery will like die instantly if I don't drink.
I don't like crowds. I don't like people touching up on my shoulders with their shoulders and like. Ugh.
Oh my god,
It's
house
like,
parties. Have you ever been to a house party, Jalen? Like in your youth?
Yes, all the time. That's all we had back in the day. I hate house parties.
Damn.
They just
What
be
a
sweaty messes.
Hey, people used to leave with their shirts like attached to their skin.
Yeah, you know what's
like it was
worse?
that fucking hot.
We used to do that when we was younger, like in high school. When you're in high school, not everybody is like up to date on their hygiene. Like they don't take care of themselves. Like they don't wash their asses enough. So like
it's like, hey, you're about to get into a closed space because at this point it's going to be in somebody's basement, somebody's living room. Like, please just deodorize, soap and water for that ass will take you a long way.
Exactly. Where's some
oh my God, I remember guys, and these would be the guys. You stink when you smell like pennies.
Ugh.
Like wet change.
Ugh.
You know what I mean? And you know what I'm talking about.
It's a bitter smell.
It's like a bitter smell. It's that smell that you could like fucking taste it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you taste in the back of your throat. It's like has an aftertaste to it.
Yeah, and those be the niggas trying to like, oh, you trying to dance? Hell, no, you need to be trying to go home.
Breath always stink.
Heavy on where my hug at energy.
I remember dancing with girls. They be dancing and sweating, sweat running down their back. Your pants all wet now. It's just, it's a mess.
Oh my God.
I
remember my last house party. It was the police came and I was like, yeah, this is not a life, right?
Yeah.
I just don't want to.
House parties.
I'm worth too many cigarettes in jail, so I'm not going to do it.
You don't invite too many people to a house party. You got like a 20 to 30 people max for a house party.
And 30 is like a.
Yeah, it depends, and it depends how big your house is.
Heavy on, yeah.
Yeah, if you got a small house.
I know people that used to do it at like houses that they knew, like, hey, my aunt's moving, or you know what I mean? So there's not a lot of furniture and shit like that.
Oh, shit. I've never been to one of those.
But yeah, the house parties I've been to, if not in the basement, when it's been like in a living room or a house, it's been very bare.
Yeah. Yeah, they always take care of all the furniture out, make sure nobody breaks shit.
Oh my God.
Fucking house party, so irresponsible. Only time
now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, there was too fucking many liabilities.
Yeah, way too much.
No.
Like, when I have children, and if they ever want to have a house party, they're not having one. Unless we have a big enough basement, because them kids ain't gonna tear up my house. I'll clear out the basement.
That's what I was about to say. You could throw them niggas in the basement. Well, not throw them niggas in the basement. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna throw them niggas in the basement, close the door, lock that bitch. They only could go out through the back door. They ain't coming through my house. They can't even use the bathroom. And I don't even think we're gonna let them have a party. But like, if they every so often, once they reach a certain age, if they're good and they want to throw a party, let them do it. But,
damn, that's such a good point. Oh my God, fuck.
Like, I'd rather my kid have cookouts in the summer.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I think I'm more of a cookout vibe.
I can't
wait. Once the bugs come out, the bugs will kind of tell you when the party's over. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that way they could do it in the day, so you don't have to worry. You can keep an eye on them if they want to start drinking and shit. Cause ain't no drunk kids gonna be in my house. They gonna get stepping.
Oh hell no. Unless you're of age, you're drinking Kool-Aid.
You ain't fucking up my insurance for your little ass.
Cause your ass want to be hot.
I just can't wait till like when we do have those things. Excuse me.
I know. Honestly, I know we talk a lot of shit, but I'm just curious what the parents will be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
I feel like our generation is so much more emotionally intelligent. You know what I mean? We're aware of shit that I feel like our parents weren't aware of. And it's not to say that they were shitty, but they didn't know.
Yeah. But I just can't wait to tell the kids, like, hey, you either in or out. You ain't going back for. I just want to say that somebody so bad. You either in or you out. You ain't coming in and out this house all day, letting out my cool air, letting bugs in the house. I can't wait to do that.
Always the cool air. Like, what the fuck? I gotta pee.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
How many times you gotta go pee? I can't wait to be like, you can't invite him over. He like to eat. He gonna eat you out of house and home. Oh, Luther's coming over. Tell him to bring it. Tell that boy to eat before he come.
Hey, you know what's so funny is like literally, and Jada can attest to this. I used to call my mom on my way home, and I'd be like, "Hey, I'm trying to figure out if my mom cooked." And my mom already knew when I was calling to see if she cooked, like, I'm coming with a village. And there would be like no bullshit, like 2 or 3 of my friends that would come like, word, Khadijah's mom cook, and would fucking dog my mom's food. And my mom would be like, don't be doing that shit every time. It's like she did it because, like, you know, Hispanic, you know, they like, oh, did you eat?
Yeah.
But it's like deep down, it's like they don't want to know if you fucking ate. They're like,
exactly.
I gotta cook some more rice.
I just finished cooking. I gotta cook more of this shit. It ain't gonna be as good as the first batch.
Oh God!
And it's never as good as the first batch. It never is.
Oh no.
Yeah, so like it's like it's a waste. I can't wait.
I
can't wait to tell my kid to tell their friends to eat before they come.
Yeah, heavy on bread is like $10.
Yeah,
I don't have it.
You ought to eat before you come. I ain't feeding the village.
And then you know what? With that same energy, I'm gonna tell my kids, hey, don't be going over nobody's house.
Don't go over no one's house hungry. Yeah, make sure you eat this before you go. What do you mean? I'm not hungry. Yeah. You ain't gonna be hungry in no one else's house. Fuck that. Yeah. They ain't gonna think we ain't feeding you. I almost broke up my mother's friendship over something like that.
Oh, fuck, for real?
Because I forgot that when I was over at my mom's friend's house, I forgot she offered me nasty ass spinach as a child. So my mom asked if she feed me. I said,
Jalen,
no.
Just fucking spinach?
Yes, just spinach. Just spinach.
No side, like that was
her son was fucking it up. It was like her son's favorite thing. This nigga was fucking it up, and I was slurping it down. I was sitting there, I was like, no, I'm okay. And then
my mom, who the fuck? I mean, and your kid's like abnormal. Like no kid likes spinach.
My mom cussed her out. She was like, you ain't gonna offer my kid food? And she was like, what? I offered him food. And she's like, why'd you lie? He was like, I didn't lie. I forgot that she offered me nasty ass spinach.
I would never do that to my kids.
My mom was so mad. She was like, don't lie ever again. I was like, I didn't lie. I just forgot.
Yeah.
We apologized to the lady.
Oh my God.
She literally just offered me spinach. It was disgusting. I was like, ugh. The stank. I'll never forget that. I hated sleeping over that house. That was a traumatic experience.
That's not a good house to stay at. You know, you want to stay at the house that got the Twinkies and shit and the ho-hos and the Capri Suns.
I had to sleep on the floor with no pillow, no blanket. Because
big
ass kid. I don't remember that nigga's name.
They fell asleep before you and now you assed out. That's the worst. You always got to secure the blanket and the pillow before they go to sleep.
Exactly, because if they go to sleep before you ain't getting nothing.
Hey, it's just air tucking you in.
I don't remember this nigga's name. I stayed at this nigga's house for 2 days and I hated it.
Oh my God. So dead ass he would eat spinach, Jay? Like for real?
The nigga was eating spinach for days. I think the nigga thought he was Popeye. The nigga was just eating spinach all day, every day.
Nah, that's overdone, bro. That's overdone.
I was like, I'm not eating this. That
spinach is not, and it's like the consistency of that shit is not like hearty, where it's like, you know what I mean? That's disgusting.
Gross. And
yeah, it's gross.
I was like, damn, nigga, you can't give a nigga some cereal or some shit. I hated that. I'll never forget that. I'm traumatized because of that.
Hey, but don't come over my house thinking you about to get some crazy ass cereal. It was either cornflake, Frosted and Flake, and if we had Frosted and Flake, that shit was like Fruity Pebbles, nigga. What? Frosted, and I used to be like, not too much stuff.
Frosted Flakes is fire. Honestly, I'm kind of nasty. I like the when it get a little soggy. Kind of remind me of oatmeal. But like sugary and
that's disgusting as fuck. You don't like the crunch. All right, now this is what's going to determine if you're a serial killer. What do you put first, milk or cereal?
Cereal.
Okay, cool.
Where the fuck do you put
I know somebody who puts milk first.
Why? That defeats the purpose.
That's what I said.
What are you having milk with your cereal? You have cereal with milk.
My thing is, this is my thing. Is like I'm the opposite. I don't like it soggy. I like it crunchy. So the ratio of milk is very important. Like I don't want too much milk. But I don't want too much cereal because then it's like dry and like crunchy. But you have to have the right mixture. Yeah. Shorty likes
I like
to
a
put
little
the milk
bit more milk.
Cereal.
I like a little bit more milk because then I'll finish a bowl.
I mean, that makes sense because you like it soggy.
Exactly. I like a little soggy, not too soggy. When it gets too soggy, it's gross. But like a little soft. Like I like a mix of
that makes
crunch and
sense.
soft. Like
Yeah,
when
but
it
I know
sits
somebody
real
who
low.
puts milk first. That shit's
That's
wild.
disgusting. The only time you
Yeah.
do that is after you finish the bowl and the milk's already in the bowl and you want to add to it, so you pour
Hey,
the
you getting a little
cereal in.
greedy? You want a second
Exactly.
bowl?
Yeah. Exactly. You want a second bowl, but you don't want a whole second bowl. You don't want to use up more milk. You just want the cereal.
Oh, that's true. See, this is why you got to put a good amount of milk.
And then you always add a dribble of milk after you put it in because
you need a little bit of freshness.
You gotta push it down. You gotta push the cereal down into the milk.
Hey, now I want cereal.
Yeah. I'm gonna eat some more cereal.
What's your favorite cereal of all time, Jalen?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Come on, that's not
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's the best cereal of all time.
I like Cocoa Puffs because you get chocolate milk after.
I like Cocoa Puffs too. That's my second favorite.
But they don't make cereal like they used to.
They
shit don't have the same like diabetic flavor
Crunch,
to it.
I realized that I be inspecting this. I'm an inspector of my Cinnamon Toast Crunch. These damn squares are getting smaller. I know it. They used to be puffier and a little bit bigger. Now they're skinny. They're skinnier.
You know what? I believe
they're more
it.
crunchy. I think they're trying to make them more crunchy. I don't know what they're doing, but they ain't the same as they used to be. Them things used to be
and the
soft
boxes are fucking skinnier, so you're getting less fucking cereal.
And then these niggas have the nerve to sell family size, large size, and then regular. Trying to mix your brain up, make you think that the large size.
Hey, and I think honestly, certain cereals make sense. Like if I'm getting Frosted Flakes, I'm getting that shit family size.
Yeah, you gotta get family size.
But the Cocoa Puffs, I'm not getting the family size, but I'm not getting that small bullshit ass box.
Exactly. They made the boxes smaller. The only cereal you get in the small boxes is Captain Crunch, because that's a mouth.
Yeah, I would agree.
A mouth ruiner.
The roof of your mouth is gonna be all cut up, all fucked up. There's not enough milk to sog that down.
Then there's nothing you could do to make the pain go away. You have a scratched up roof of your mouth for the next couple days. You
gotta suck on that until it dissolves, and then you can chew it. But that's fucked up that you have to have a fucking process to eat cereal. It's too much.
It's fucked up that make the cereal so crunchy it scratches your mouth.
Hey, you know what I could never get with? So there's Captain Crunch with the berries, and then there's just the Captain Crunch without the berries. Yeah, I think people that eat it without the berries, sociopaths.
Really?
For sure.
I eat it
for
without
sure.
the berries.
That's weird.
That's the only way I've had it. I didn't realize there was
without the berries.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was a difference. I just remember having Captain Crunch, that yellow box. Which one's the one with the berries? Nah. Is that the red box?
No, I don't know what color the box is, but
I think I've had it. It's when it has the colorful things in it.
Yeah.
I've had both then. I just never realized. It just both ruins my mouth, so I don't really pay attention.
Yeah, I mean it's painful regardless.
I just see the Captain and be like, all right, here, we're about to get in for a crunch. We gonna get ready for this crunch. This is a crunch, I tell you.
Hey, and that's one of them cereals, even with your mouth closed, it's damn, you can hear the person chewing.
You be chewing, like, I'm still chewing.
Hey, you gotta chew that mug till it's ash, because that is gonna fuck up your roof of your mouth.
She's like, shit, I started eating this yesterday.
Takes you a minute to eat that. Honestly, I've never gone for seconds on Captain Crunch for that reason.
Yeah,
one bowl is already life-threatening.
Honestly, you only get Captain Crunch when you're in a mood, or if that's the only thing in the house.
Hey,
you got to be in the mood
because you have to mentally
Crunch.
Prepare yourself for that.
Yeah, because it tastes good.
No, it does. Oh.
It tastes good, but it just ruins your mouth.
I'm telling you, your whole mouth is on fucking fire.
I hate it. I hate Captain Crunch so much. All right, there's an issue I wanted to talk about with Nope just coming out. Yes, so Nope just came out. Jordan Peele's new. Yes, I seen it. It was amazing.
Okay,
have you seen it yet? Not yet.
How do you feel about it?
Okay, I think it is not as scary as Us and Get Out, but I think it's better than both of them. Even though it's not as scary.
I want to think through this because I'm on the verge of do I go see it or do I just chill?
No, you got to go see it. It's really good.
So would you say it's because I think people get like also don't understand this. Like, scary is scary, but suspense is suspense.
Yeah.
So is it more so suspenseful?
No. Well, it's a monster movie. So whatever the feelings you get from watching a monster movie, like if you ever seen like Godzilla or King Kong, like the same feeling you get from those movies, but you just don't know what the big monster is. So like it can be scary, but like it's like, since you know it's not something real, it's not as scary. You know what I'm saying? It's since you know it's not like a serial killer or like white people. It's literally a made up monster. Like it's an alien. So like
white people on the loose.
Yeah. Exactly. Granted, there's only one white person in this movie. One white person.
Enough.
One white person with speaking lines in this movie.
Yeah. That's it.
Pretty dope. But yeah, I thought it was really good. Keke Palmer killed it. This is her breakout for sure. Daniel Kaluuya kills it. The Asian guy, his story, everything that happens with him is gonna be, you're gonna feel very confused on how that relates to it. You gotta like think about it for a little bit. That's the thing about this movie. A lot of people don't like it because they're like, oh, it doesn't make any sense. You have to sit and think about this, and then it makes sense.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check it out this weekend.
Yeah, it's really good.
I feel so. What Logan Paul, is that the YouTuber's name?
Yeah, Logan Paul. Jake
so
Paul,
he did a whole like cinematic review of it and was like, "Hey, I love the actors, but the movie was trash." This is my thing. Is I am a Rotten Tomatoes type of girl. Okay, when a movie comes out, I'm looking at, all right, what's the score? Because I like when people know about cinema, comment on cinema. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like that's the sucky part sometimes about like us having this platform, or like, you know, millennials or whatever, is that we feel like our word is bond and like everything we say is like great. And it's like, hey, Logan, got it. That's your opinion. Yeah. But you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
He doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to movies.
And I feel like you said, this sounds like a movie. It's Jordan Peele, for Christ's sake. So it's something that's going to make you think, and you can't just like watch it and have an opinion. I think this is similar to, and I was a victim to this, to Drake, right? When I first listened to the album, it was fucking trash. I hated it. After I gave it a couple seconds and let it marinate, then it made sense. Exactly. So I feel like people need to have that same approach with movies. Yeah, a lot of people had their first reaction is like, oh, it's not good. And I'm like, nah, think about it for a second. Give it a second. And the thing that's dope about Rotten Tomatoes is what I like it is because it shows not just the critic score, but it also shows the audience score. Because sometimes the critics are harsher than the audience. So like you'll see the two different scores. And and it's a combination of a bunch of different critics. So if you click on them scores, you can go through and read the different reviews about the movies. And it's through like it's like accumulation of all the scores that different critics make to make the score for Rotten Tomatoes. So that's why the only thing is like anybody could submit a review as a critic for Rotten Tomatoes. So that's why it's like the score isn't the most reliable. They say IMDb is the score for IMDb is the better one to go by, but Rotten Tomatoes is more accessible. It pops up once you search the movie. So like they got the money behind it. Yeah, that's why it's just easier to go by.
Yeah, I like Rotten Tomatoes because it's easier to understand. It's like, okay, cool, 97%. That's all I need. IMDb like 9.65. I don't need all that.
No. I don't need all that. Round that shit up and then tell me the percentage. I don't have time.
Exactly.
That's so interesting. So speaking of Keke Palmer, I mean, she's phenomenal.
Yes.
I've been fucking with Keke since she was spelling.
We're the same age as Keke. She a 1993 baby. Her birthday is next month.
Hey, for real?
I just looked this up. Yeah, because I
think she's a Virgo.
Her birthday is in
I don't know.
August.
I don't know why I know these things, but she's a Virgo.
I don't know. Oh, is she? I don't know what the.
Yeah, I don't know her. I know she's a Virgo. I'm like good with signs and shit like that.
I don't know. I don't think I know any Virgos. But her birthday is next. I looked this up because the topic we was just gonna talk about. You could continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I fuck with Keke Palmer. I just want to like name, like we got to start giving people their flowers now that they're alive and well.
Exactly.
Because we give that shit out too fucking late, and that's like a shame on us.
Exactly.
But I've been seeing on like TikTok, Twitter, people have been comparing Keke Palmer and Zendaya, and like this idea of like, oh, they're the same, but Zendaya's light skinned, so obviously she's like raking in more success and things like that. this is my thing is I followed Kiki since like the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And so in a recent interview she named, because I think the interviewer brought this up as well.
Yeah.
She named that she's just not an egotistical actor, right?
Yeah.
Like she's somebody that's like, hey, if it's good people, it's good work, I'm going to do it. So I feel like, and this is not to say any shade towards Zendaya, but I think like because Kiki's so like everywhere, if that makes sense, and Zendaya is more like selective, it may seem like, ooh, Zendaya's like above. But I don't think that's the case at all. I think they're two different type of people. Do you know what I mean?
They're two different type of people. Like Keke Palmer is a very what's the word? Extroverted person. She gonna be out. Zendaya seems more reserved and more introverted. And even Zendaya herself would all this colorism stuff coming up between them is stupid because Zendaya herself says like, yeah, I get some roles. Like she has spoken out about it. Like she said like, oh, I get some roles because I'm light skinned. Like she's aware and she's spoken about it. So like, it's not like something she's like not
hiding from.
She's not trying to like, oh, don't stop talking about that. Like she's like, we spoke about it. And Keke Palmer don't care because they don't go for the same things. They had very similar careers as they both started as child stars and had Disney and Nickelodeon shows. But Zendaya was on Disney. That's a bigger deal than Nickelodeon. They have a different style, not a bigger deal, but that's a different style of show.
No, but that Disney money hits different.
The Disney money does hit, and the Disney fame does hit different than Nickelodeon fame.
I think people that were on Nickelodeon, if I'm not mistaken, all that and shit was on Nickelodeon, right?
Yeah, all that. Yeah,
those are really prominent actors that have come off of Nickelodeon. But I'm gonna be honest, I feel like people that come off Nickelodeon got to get it through the mud a little more.
They do, because Kel was broke, sleeping couch to couch.
Yes,
he went broke.
I saw, but you know what? And I also think too, like it talks about. I think too, it has to do with the person, right? Like if you're somebody that's like, hey, I'm gonna go out and get it, like you're gonna go out and get it. Like I feel like Keke Palmer is and I feel like no bullshit. Keke Palmer can like kind of mold and shift into any space she's in.
And Keke Palmer's been doing
no shade
movies.
to Zendaya, but I feel like you said, she's extroverted. Kiki's extroverted and very like out there and going. She's personable, where Zendaya I feel like is not necessarily personable, but not in a like negative way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
she's like more to herself.
Exactly. She's more introverted. Like she can be outgoing, but like Keke Palmer's gonna get out there. She's a go getter.
Yeah.
She had a talk show. Like that's the lane she picked. Like she started in movies. She didn't start in shows. You know, she was doing movies with Ice Cube and Tyler Perry. Like she was doing black movies. She was black famous for a really long time. Zendaya was Disney famous.
I think this is my thing about like us as a people. When I say us, I mean black folks. I feel like, why is it that we always have to pit people against each other? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we do that shit all the time, and it's like irksome. It's like the conversation of like Cardi and Nicki. Yeah. It's like, no, why can't they both just be dope in the same space?
Exactly.
Right? And it's like in the acting world, you guys Zendaya and Kiki, it's like they can be two dope people in a dope space. And I've realized that they only do this with females.
They only
I don't think they've pit like black male actors against each other.
Not really.
You
not really. You don't hear Denzel versus I can't think of another.
Right.
Well, you don't hear they don't hear like our top black actors being pitted against each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's overdone. And I mean, whoever created colorism is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
He put salt and pepper on that one.
He done fucked up so many people's head because this is literally they just so happen to be black, and then Zendaya just happens to be light skinned, but they have two different career paths. They're not even going in the same career path. You know what I'm saying? Zendaya just had the Disney pipeline. Keke Palmer also had the Disney pipeline. She almost had a Disney show back in the day, but it didn't go over well, and they ended up not proceeding with it. But at the same time, they had similar careers, and Zendaya just does different things. She does more franchises. Keke Palmer does individual movies.
Hey, that's a good Now that I think about it, yeah, for sure.
Zendaya is in Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think, and I didn't realize like when you sign up for Marvel, that's actually a lot of shit you're taking on.
Exactly. You sign up, them deals is like 5 multi-movie deals.
Yeah, like you are in a lieu of like, that's like 5, 6 movies.
Yeah.
Like did you I want to switch this a little bit. Did you know that Iron Man made crazy fucking bread? That's why they killed that nigga off. This episode is brought to you by Canva. Canva is a graphic design platform used to create social media graphics, presentations, posters, documents, and other visual content. The app includes templates for users to use to design whatever they want for the free. The platform is free to use, but also offers a paid subscription, Canva Pro, which will unlock an even larger library of graphics, images, templates, and videos to add to your designs. So please tap the link in the description and get started.
Yeah, well, that's that, and like he didn't want to do it no more.
Well, because he fucking robbed Marvel of all their money. I think for what Spider-Man movie was it? Was it Homecoming? The last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The last one, no,
he was in that movie for fucking 10 minutes, made 10 mil.
Well, the reason he was worth so much is because he started it. The Iron Man movie was the first movie. That's the one that started it all off. The thing with Marvel, they got bought by Disney, so they got unlimited money. So like Disney owns them. That's why Zendaya.
That's why that's just on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Disney owns Star Wars and Marvel. That's why Zendaya had that easy pipeline to get into the Marvel movies. She already was fucking with Disney.
Because she was already with the Disney. She already had
she's
that
cool
Disney
with them
connect.
people. So like so like once they got bought up by Disney, them actors, they have unlimited money. So like it was all on the actors. They just didn't want to do it no more. They've been doing it for like 10 years at that point. They were like, we want to bow out, do some other things.
And I mean, obviously they still get broken off a piece when people watch it, right? Like
yeah. Oh no, they get that back end. They get that back end crazy. That's why Scarlett Johansson.
That's wild.
Scarlett Johansson sued Disney actually after the Black Widow because what they did was they promised her the back end. So the back end is the money from that you get after the movie drops and is in theaters for some time.
Yeah.
So Black Widow, when that came out, Disney Plus was like prominent. They were like, oh, we're going to put it right on Disney Plus as soon as possible. But they didn't put that in the deal with Scarlett Johansson. So they low-key robbed Scarlett Johansson of put money she could have potentially made from a full theater run. So she had to sue him.
Hey, and did she win?
Like,
is that done?
I don't know. I think it's still going on. I don't know what was the outcome of that, but I know she sued him. And it was like,
hey, I hope she wins. That's fucked up.
Yeah, because so like she missed out on potential money. It's like she's suing for money she could have potentially made.
No, and it's like it's a Marvel movie. You know they would have made it in tenfold too.
But they wanted so now what they're doing, they're like 45 days. The Marvel movies in theaters go straight on to Disney Plus. So you just gotta wait 45 days if you don't want to go to the theaters to see these movies.
That's good to know.
They put that in all their deals now because Scarlett Johansson was the first one they tried it on and they didn't realize that, we should actually
ran that by her. That was
exactly. Up. Yeah, it was kind of fucked up, like how they did her like that on her last hurrah. Kind of burnt that bridge real bad. But Marvel's in their bag right now. Marvel's in their bag right now, Khadijah. Marvel's in their fucking bag. All right. Comic-Con just happened this past weekend, and then Marvel Day was on Sunday, I believe, and they dropped.
You know better than me.
So they announced all the upcoming movies and shows dropping for the next till at least 2025.
It's about to go down.
They dropped all the plans they got. Too. Yeah, they dropped all the plans they got coming. We got 5 projects that are Black-led coming in the future of the MCU right now. We got Blade, we got Black Panther, we got Ironheart, we got Captain America, because Captain America's brother now. Captain America's brother.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? Oh, the one with Samuel Jackson, Secret Invasion. So 5 Black people taking over the MCU. And then they dropped the trailer for Black Panther and made me cry.
Hey, I'm not gonna hold you. Okay, I wasn't gonna admit this to nobody because I felt like, but fucking cried.
Oh, like
it was like,
baby.
And I think I knew the emotions would be high whenever this came out, but I think it was just so and I didn't have doubt, right? Because the
Yeah.
director, he's so good, and I
Ryan
think
Coogler.
him and Chadwick had such a great bond and relationship. But just in the preview, the song selection, can we talk about it?
You know who was singing it? Thames. She was
and
singing.
I think that added to the emotion, right? Like she's just, her voice is just carries, and then I don't know
how they echoed.
It was a lot.
They just echoed like everything's gonna be all right, and then they dropped in
And
all
then
right
the
by
Kendrick,
Kendrick.
the
And it was just
oh.
the whole trailer was letting you know that everything's gonna be okay. We figured it out. Everything's gonna be okay. We know we lost Chadwick, but everything's gonna be okay. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that, oh my fuck.
They
like
hit
that trailer, it took a lot.
It's so much. And they're going to war. They're going to war with Atlantis, which is a big deal to me because I'm a comic book nerd. We're going to see a lot of new characters.
I love Marvel for like, I have nephews, and so like that's how I kind of got into Marvel. But I love that there's like, they're bringing in different ethnicities or cultures.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yes, I knew kind of like Black Panther was going to be the gateway for other kind of ethnicities to kind of get in. But I'm very interested to see how they do the Aztec, Mayan type of like perspective.
They're doing real respect. It's the guy they got to play. So the King of Atlantis, his name is Namor, and the guy they got to play him is Mexican, straight from Mexico. Mexican ass last name. I think he has like either Aztec or Mayan roots. But like he's like, I grew up in the hood. This is a big honor and this and that. And I'm like, oh, they're doing it right. Because like also with like the true story of Atlantis is like is derived from they were a Mexican city that sunk. So like they're actually paying respect. Usually with Atlantis in the comic books and stuff, you get like white people like in Aquaman. They're all white.
Like gods of Egypt.
Exactly. That shit like that. Yeah. So like I'm like, oh, they're doing it historically accurate and they're doing it respectful. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be dope, and it's gonna.
Hey, that's hot. I didn't know he was Mexican. I didn't want to assume.
Yeah, he's Mexican.
That's dope. That's dope.
I like his last name is like, you know how like when they're like Aztec or like Mayan descent, their last name has like an X.
They usually have like a similar. Yeah.
It's like a tech. It's like tech something. His last name is like tech something tech. Like I don't know how to say it, but like it's like mad.
That's dope.
Like, it's real dope. And they showed for the nerds like myself, they showed a glimpse of the new Iron Man in it. You see? Did you see a chick with the cornrows banging with the hammer on the metal in the trailer?
Yeah,
that's the new Iron Man.
Shut up! Yes. Now I gotta go back and watch it.
Riri Williams. She's a young black woman. And she's a genius.
I'm just liking the
she makes
direction we're going in.
Yes, I just did a little check of everything that's come out from Marvel since like the big Endgame with Avengers and Thanos and all that. And majority of the movies have been led by a person of color or a woman.
And see, they all have been bangers.
The only ones weren't led by a person of color or a woman was Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Thor, but that's because it's Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Thor. But the rest of them, the Eternals, Asian women led it. Shang-Chi, the names, it explains itself. And then they had what was the other? And then all the shows, Falcon, Winter Soldier, friggin' Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, all people really of color. They got
dope.
Yeah, like people of color and women are leading the way. That's why people are hating on the MCU right now. They're saying it's not as good as it used to be, but it's because people are racist. Hate women.
I think thinking about the trailer, I didn't peep the Iron Man. I'm gonna go back and Iron Woman.
That
I'm
girl
go back and peep that.
They show it twice. She's the one that daps up Shuri and does the handshake with her.
Oh, okay, yes.
Okay.
That's her. Now I knew what I wanted to bring up. So they were speaking about how in the first like Wakanda movie or Black Panther movie, there was a lot of like African reference, right? So like those who are from Africa, and there was not enough like, African Americans, like just regular black folk. And so I think they were mentioning that girl that she was dapping up. They were like, finally, there's like this, like, not to take away from those who are African, but there's more shown of the diaspora. Like, hey, we've kind of not. We're not just in Africa. There's Black people all over. So I was excited about that. But I wanted to hear your theories on who was in the suit towards the end. And I know they did that shit on purpose too.
Yo, they definitely did, because they definitely didn't show you like if it's a woman or a man. They just showed leg. So like, and it made the leg a little thick.
Okay, the leg was given.
It looked a little skinny.
The leg was given woman.
Yeah, it's a little skinny.
Very thin.
Yeah, very thin. So I'm like, it could be. I think it's either gonna be Shuri, Okoye, or Lupita's character. But then
I think it's the mom. She's about because I think it's the mom because of the song choice. No Woman, No Cry. Yeah. Literally, I believe if you break down that song, it's like, talks about
I have a feeling. I have a feeling that they're all gonna have like they're all gonna like just take turns in the suit. I feel like
I'm gonna be fucking pissed if that
happens. That'd be so bad. But I have a feeling like the mom's probably gonna wear it.
That's a cop out. You could have really honed in and just made that.
If it's Angela Bassett, I'd lose my mind, because I'm like, that's unexpected. But I have no idea. I have no idea who's gonna be in this.
So this is why I say it's the mom, because in the preview she was doing a lot of talking and a lot of like sitting in the throne. I mean, obviously she's the queen, but I think it's her. I'm willing to put all my money that it's her. Either her or the sister.
Only reason I don't think it's her is because the part when she was like, "What more do you want from me? I've lost everything." I'm thinking like that's them saying you got to be the Black Panther. And she's like, "What more do you want from me? I've lost my whole family. Just let me rule." Like I don't like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I take it that way.
That's what I thought. But at the same time, if it does happen, that would be amazing. I think
I'm telling you, that shit would be hot.
If I put money on it, it's probably going to be Shuri or Lupita. Whatever. I keep forgetting what her character's name, but Lupita.
But I feel like Lupita, that wouldn't be like a, you know what I mean? And Marvel's really good for like that shock value. And I feel like Lupita, that would be too easy.
Yeah.
Because she fought side by side with Black Panther. And so I feel like that would be the obvious choice. But I feel like either the sister or the mother would be
it's even easier if it's the sister. It's even easier if it's the sister. It's more shocking if it's Lupita.
Yeah, true.
Because everybody knows it's like, okay, it's going to be the sister because they had like a whole comic book run and everything. So like, it's like, oh yeah, she could be. She's been it before. The character's been it in the past. But I don't know. I have no idea. I just want to see it. I'm just happy it comes out in November.
Come on, November. That shit need to hurry up and come.
I thought it was coming out next year. When I see November, I was like, oh shit, yeah. It was supposed to come out this July.
Oh,
it was supposed to come out this July, and everything got delayed again.
Oh,
so like all the movies were supposed to come out. Like I think Doctor Strange was supposed to come out in like February. No, Doctor Strange was supposed to come out last November, and then Thor was supposed to come out like in
you talking about the multiverse?
Yeah, that was supposed to come out back in November, like the one that just passed. Thor was supposed to come out in May, and then Black Panther was supposed to come out in July, but they all got pushed.
Oh,
I forgot that they all got pushed. I just remembered that when they said November, I was like, oh shit, yeah, because I was thinking it was coming in July of next year.
Got it. Oh,
so like,
this is
I'm
exciting.
Like, oh shit, yeah. So I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I'm gonna scream. Oh my God. So Jada had to calm me down because I had like a little nerd freak out. When I was watching the trailer, I was jumping.
No, tell me more.
And Jada was like, relax. And I was like, oh my God. And then all the announcements started coming. I started seeing all the announcements. And I was oh my God, did you see this? Oh my God, did you see this? Oh, did you see that? I was like, oh, I was losing my shit. I was like, I always forget. I got to start mentally preparing for these things when they happen. It just always sneaks up on me. I'm like, oh, snap, it's Comic-Con this weekend. Cool. And then Marvel
Day
do that
on purpose, though. That's like their strategy.
Like, I don't even want to go to those things. I just like hearing what comes out of them.
I'm going to be honest. I feel like that's kind of one of those things you do once in your lifetime, but you don't need to do it every year.
Yeah, you don't need to do it every year. I'm not getting.
But I think it would be sick to see, like, because they dress up into the nines. Well, like the costumes look sick.
It's cool. Well, one time, on my birthday when I went to dinner, I went to Del Frisco's in the Prudential, and you know how they have that convention hall right next there? They had an anime convention.
Oh, the
And
day y'all went?
yeah, the day we went, so we was walking, we were seeing mad people in a bunch of costumes and stuff, and I was like, oh wow, I've never seen this in real life. It actually does look cool. It looks actually pretty cool. I would never do it, but like it was cool. And I seen a group of black
women. They get
women.
really committed. Like they work on those costumes all year round.
They do. They really do. And I seen a group of black women dressed up as anime characters, and I was like, that's right. Black people are not a monolith, even though I only know black people who like anime. I don't know any white people. I don't know one white person.
I'm trying to get into anime. I'm trying.
I've come to the consensus it's not for everyone. I'm going to stop trying to convince people to watch it.
Why do you say that?
Every person I try to get watch it to be like, yeah, and then they never do.
Okay, the one I've liked, and this is probably telling of like my personality, is the one with the giants.
Oh, Attack on Titan?
Attack on Titans. I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good
one. Dragon Ball Z is cool. I fuck with Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it's cool. It's everyone's starter.
Yeah. But I'm trying to expand my palette.
I got a show for you if you want to expand your palette. Wait, do you like a lot of action? Or do you like mystery?
It depends on if it's well thought out, I'm with it.
Okay. So there's one on this one's more of a mystery. Not really a mystery. It's like a cat and mouse. Like a trying to figure out, like they're like trying not get caught. So it's called Death Note. It's about this guy. He finds a notebook, and whoever's name he writes in the notebook, they die.
Ooh, excuse me, that was unladylike.
It's okay. No one heard it. I didn't hear it. It's okay. Shh. Nobody heard it. But whoever's name he writes in the notebook,
he writes in the notebook, and then they die.
Yeah, and they die just instantly, like heart attack, dead, right?
Damn.
And basically, he forces it and kills all the bad people in the world, and they all die at one time.
Okay, well that's not a bad.
But they're like, whoa, who the fuck did that? Like, like it was just so weird.
And they're trying to figure out who has the notebook.
Yeah, because then he starts. Yeah, they're trying. They don't know that there's a notebook or anything. They just know that like he's killing people, and they're dying at like. They're dying, and then like they're trying to just figure out who's the one killing. Even though there's bad people he's killing, they're like, who the fuck's killing? And then the guy who has a notebook, he ends up going a little nuts. So like, it gets good. Like it's a good mystery.
There's always a crazy, batshit crazy person.
They're trying to find him, and the guy who has a notebook ends up joining the team that's trying to find him, but he's on the team.
Oh, what the fuck?
He's on the team of people trying to find him.
Yeah, text me that name. That sounds really like interesting.
It's only like 20-something episodes. It's not very long. Only 20 minutes. They're 20-minute episodes too. They're short.
Okay, that's true.
I'll send it to you. It's a really good one.
Please. That sounds so
a good one.
Good.
It's really good. At least the first half of it's really good. Then the second half is but like the difference.
Okay, so you know how would you have described your Karen thing as a rant? I have a rant.
You got a rant? They go on a rant. I didn't. That wasn't a rant. It was just an observation I had. But you could go on a rant. What's going on?
I've had this like thing that's like eating me inside. I hate that when white women get their hand on shit that they make it like a trendy topic. Like before, it was like cornrows. Yeah, that's not boxer braids.
I remember that.
And so, unfortunately, we're kind of getting into that again with this like clean girl look. And it's like the clean girl look is the average like Hispanic or black woman like apparel and look. Like the clip, that they put in the back of the hair. My mom had mad of those. She wore that shit all the time. What else is the clean girl look? Very minimal. Ponytail? Yeah, a ponytail. But I don't know. I just hate that they take things that are
that's offensive. You're telling me, just because you're white and you do that style, it's the clean girl. What are you saying about girls who been doing that for all millennia? They dirty? Kind of
dirty
shit is that?
The way they tell it. I just hate that we do that. Like, why is it that we? But I will say this is not just for like fashion and hair too. I feel like TikTok has done this shit with like dances too. Like I'm not learning a fucking new dance for a song that got a fucking dance to it already. Do you know what I mean?
That don't make no sense. Like
it doesn't. And it's like fucking clap here, snap. No, I'm not doing all that. Like the Cupid Shuffle has a dance. I'm good. I'm gonna
Wait,
follow the directions.
they try to change the Cupid
Hey,
shuffle.
they're so Jalen. If you go on TikTok, I swear, put in dance dance challenges, and it's a whole bunch of fucking songs that have dances already. I'm not doing that.
What?
And I've seen. I don't know. I just think we got to keep things black. Like I don't think it's
Yeah.
damn near impossible for us to keep our shit. Do you know what I mean?
Honestly, the style doesn't even really need a name. It's just what people do when they don't have makeup on and want to have a ponytail. Why do it have to be called a certain look? It's literally just regular life.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't. I don't like that they try to rebrand shit. I guess that's the best way to put it.
That's what
they rebrand it and make it like ooh an aesthetic, and it's like niggas been doing that. Like that's
trying to. Yeah, it makes no sense. They're always trying to rebrand something. It's stupid.
Yeah, and it's like I've known, back in my day when I had hair, I was real good for a slick back.
Yeah.
Slick back ponytail, slick back bun. I was known for my buns. My buns were A1.
If I was a woman and I had hair, I'd do that all the time. I'd only
it's just too much work to do your hair. Some women really enjoy doing their hair.
Yeah.
And they're like good about it. Clearly, I hated doing my hair, so I just chopped it.
You did the big chop.
Yeah.
You was down to like a number 4.
Yeah. I don't know what the number 4 is.
That's just the length of the clipper.
Oh, I thought I was cute without hair, and I was like, no, I need some hair on my head.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I did the whole like Scully.
Yeah, you had it low. When you first did, you had it low.
But you know what the problem is when I had it low, I didn't have a good barber.
Yeah.
Like they always shaped me up on the sides, and it's like, hey, I'm not trying to give studalicious.
I'm not trying to bag a bitch.
Yeah, it looked like I, needed a backpack everywhere I went. I wasn't feeling it. No,
I'm not wearing cargo shorts.
No, like cringy with the wife beater underneath.
Yeah, like the wife beater that has the flaps to make sure the titties don't come out the side.
Ew, yeah, seeing the fucking boob tape. No, I need some hair on my head.
I seen the TikTok. They call them what do they call them? I don't think I'm allowed to say this word, but I'm gonna say it. They call them dyke tanks or something like that.
Shut up.
I'm dead. You go to Target, you buy a tank top.
I've never heard that.
I went with one of Jada's friends from work, and we went to Target and we bought. Oh, where Elsa? We went with Elsa to go to Target.
And
she bought a tank top. She's like, yeah, these are called dyke tops. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, it's like so you could. They don't have the flap where your side boob come out. I was like, it's
not the side boob.
But they're not called it. That's what they call them, though. It's like a tank top at Target, but it's hilarious. I seen it on TikTok.
Yeah, see, you learned so much shit off TikTok.
So much shit. TikTok is very
TikTok is. I have a love-hate relationship with TikTok.
Yeah, Do you want to start a remote podcast? Well, we have the perfect website for you. Riverside.fm, where you can record remote podcasts and video interviews in studio quality from anywhere. Used by over 70,000+ creators and Fortune 500 firms. Riverside allows you to upload your video and audio while recording on your web browser itself. That means you don't have to download any apps onto your computer. Riverside also allows you to edit your video and audio on the platform and cut up clips from your recording for social media. So if you're thinking of starting a podcast, it's as easy as clicking the link in the description. Thank you. Now let's get back to the show.
Like I love it because I feel like it's put me on to so much shit that I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. But then I hate it because then it's like, you got people doing what dance is that?
The electric slide?
Yes. You got people doing the electric slide, and it's like,
I see I see a group of white people doing it, and I was like, "What is going on with this?"
It looked like it was missing salt and pepper and like Tony's seasoning.
See, I changed my algorithm. My algorithm's only like podcast stuff now and freaking camera stuff and like.
Damn, my algorithm is not okay. My algorithm is a little edgy. It's edgy. And it's not me. I swear it's not me. It's like TikTok likes to fuck with me.
You know what you gotta do? You gotta start liking videos, a certain specific. I figured out how to hack my algorithms. I just started liking certain things over time, like, If I keep
and then
see- if I-
that's what it'll be.
exactly. Like I
Okay,
wanted
you know
to get
what it
rid
is?
of big
I
booty.
like the talk shows that like
Yeah.
they ask like dumb questions, and so then I feel like my algorithm is like, oh, she likes dumb shit, so let me just put dumb shit on her.
Oh, damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
no,
one video today that like had me like about to piss my pants, Jalen.
Yeah.
Was this guy did a prank on his neighbor and like had his homeboy come. He was like, he shit his pants, and I was fucking. And obviously it wasn't real shit, but like she didn't know that, right?
Yeah.
So it was like this rag full of like brown stuff, and he had sprayed it so it smelled like shit. And the guy he was blind, and he threw the rag, trying to throw it in the bag, but threw it at the lady. She fucking walked off and was like, "Fuck this."
Oh my god.
But can you imagine? Like, no bullshit. Like, if I wouldn't even help. Like, bitch, hell no. I'm not putting this dude. Like, it was hilarious. It was funny. I gotta send you. I was crying literally before setting up for the podcast. I was weak.
But you gotta hack your algorithm. You start liking red.
Yeah, I'm gonna start hacking my shit.
Like I didn't want to see big booty girls no more. I got sick of it. There's only so much ass you could see before you get sick of seeing ass. So I started
my
liking
God.
random
Okay.
shit.
Speaking of big booty bitches, there's one woman who is pregnant, and she's always like on my shit, and I'm like, hey, I've said not interested multiple times.
I don't want to see
that
this
baby has
no
been
more.
shaken up in that goddamn stomach. I'm just like, girl. I don't know her name, but she does a lot, and I'm just like, it's a lot.
TikTok
For
be
me.
getting raunchy. TikTok be doing having weird ass rules. You can't say the N word, but then you could see like the girl's whole vagina through her underwear.
Hey, okay, there was a point in time where there was like random ass lives.
Yeah, girls just like looking like
Yes.
bouncing.
Oh
It was just bouncing like
I
this.
thought it was.
And I was like, what is this? What is going on?
And I was like, what the fuck? And I swore, I was like, hey, is it my shit? And I would talk to other people that I know are on TikTok. They were like, yo, you get those too? And I'm like, hey, like, I don't follow them. The lives are crazy.
The lives
like,
are
oh,
nuts.
this book is so good. Bitch, you're not talking about the goddamn book.
Look, I had my boy was telling me about this for months, and I didn't believe him. I was like, I don't know what you're looking at. You're weird. And then I came upon it.
No.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is a real thing. I thought he was just fucking with me. I thought he was like into weird shit, but it would happen to me too.
No, and it's
the girl was
crazy
just
because I'm like,
bouncing.
what the fuck? Like, I had to like, not interested. No, thank you.
Like she was just bouncing like this. Just bouncing.
Yeah, it was
up and
very
down,
fucking weird.
while she's
I was
talking,
like,
just having a
whoa.
regular conversation.
And then
I
it
was like, what
took
the
me
hell?
a minute to figure out what was happening. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, no.
I wonder if they're
but we
really
can't say
getting-
nigger. That was an ER, nigger.
You can't even say it like by accident. You can't say it one time. They're going to hit you with a mute. Like Instagram's bitch ass. Yo, I'm going to sick of all these social media things because I'm getting sick of
Instagram,
them.
I feel like in my opinion, Instagram has died down. Like for
Instagram's-
me personally.
It's starting to for sure because Instagram is like they're getting mad strict on stupid shit. Like how's Saweetie gonna post her music video on IG and they ain't gonna give her a fucking violation saying it's owned by this and that and it's her?
They did or they didn't?
They did. They was like, oh, this is copyrighted. This is owned by so and so.
It's her shit though.
And it was her shit. So I'm like, oh, so they just flag it. Nobody could post anything, huh?
See,
So
and then
like-
you get into the space where it's like, when is censorship too much? Do you know what I mean?
But it's not even censorship. It's they're just copyrighting everybody for no reason. They're telling people, "Oh, you're using something you don't own," and it's like it's Instagram. It's not YouTube. Like it's not like I'm not
cool
trying to
on
make money
Instagram.
off this post. It's like
I think
that's why I don't
Instagram's
like it.
cool. Instagram has become my new Facebook.
That's what it's slowly becoming, but it was owned by Facebook, so you know.
Yeah,
Just
it's becoming Facebook for me. Like I go on, I don't even post like that really. I
TikTok
post like
took over-
obviously
took
our
over.
stuff,
Yeah.
but I don't. Yeah, I'm not on.
I don't
to
even
that
like
that
posting
much.
our stuff no more on there. It just pisses me off. I posted on
Yeah.
TikTok. I posted on TikTok. We'll get like 1,000 views. I posted on Instagram, 2 likes. I'm like, what?
Hey, because I feel like Instagram don't be pumping shit out.
Instagram just
And I hate
pushes
when
your
people are
shit
like, oh,
to
you
your
gotta use
followers.
hashtags. I'm
Yeah.
using a whole bunch of fucking hashtags and it's not
stupid.
pumping out. You can literally use the same hashtags on TikTok and Instagram, and TikTok will pump that shit out. Instagram is like, hey, you got 100 something plays or some shit like that.
Instagram does it. I mean, TikTok does it by watch time. So if people on your video watching it, if they watch it to completion, majority of them watch it to completion, they're gonna keep pushing it out. So like,
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it goes by watch time. So like that's why like with our clips, to get some behind the scenes stuff, with our clips, I've been trying to make them less than 30 seconds because I've noticed that people
our
only
attention spans are not long. It's even
exactly.
Like millennials. We like you got 30 seconds. Wow.
Exactly. I've been trying to keep it under 30 seconds because I'm like, I've noticed that people only watch like 12 seconds of our videos on TikTok.
Yeah, Jesus.
So
Christ.
like the longer
damn,
it is,
can y'all show a nigga some love?
right?
12 seconds.
People just listen to the first part of it, and after the first part, if they're not interested, they just keep going. So like sometimes like you gotta it's like you gotta hook people within the first second. You gotta get a hook.
Yeah.
Something controversial. Right out the cut. That's why our Elvis clip did good because we started by saying fuck Elvis, and people are like, whoa, what are you talking about? Fuck Elvis. So like that's how it works.
Yeah, well, it's not really fuck him, right?
Yeah.
It's not really,
fuck Elvis. He was a pedophile.
Oh, I forgot he is a pedo. Okay.
Yeah, he like groomed his wife or some shit. I don't know. He's a cracker. He stole black people.
We're not gonna go down that aisle.
Even though I will admit Elvis was a bad motherfucker back in the day. That like performance wise, musical wise, the guy like even though
because his whole like template was based off of black women. So
yeah, exactly. Even though he stole our shit, at least he stole our shit and knew how to perform it. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, some may say that's Justin Timberlake as well. He steals our shit. If you gonna steal our
Justin Timberlake, what happened? Why is nobody like him?
I don't think this is and I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't fuck with him since the Janet Jackson shit.
But like,
I didn't like how Janet got all this like flack and was like not invited to the Grammys and all this other shit, and then he's just like fucking frolicking through flowers.
True, makes sense.
And I mean, in her doc series, she was like, "No, I told him that like, they're coming after me. Let them come after me. Do what you gotta do." Which is another like Janet. What the fuck? You know what I mean? But
that's good.
I don't know. Jackson, after that, I wasn't really rocking with Justin. I know that he like does.
So you never fucked with him. That's what you're saying.
I want a name. I was when it was like NSYNC Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I can't. Yeah. I told you, I'm white on the inside for sure. I was really big into NSYNC more than Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
So I was like really into Justin Timberlake and
they
like
a better group.
I think Backstreet Boys just had too many like problems. Like it was always something,
Yeah.
But I was really into like Justin, and then when he, separated from NSYNC and started doing his solo shit. Because when he did that shit to Janet, I want to say it was like 2004, 2003.
Yeah, early 2000s.
Yeah. He was just like on his peak, like just climbing.
Yeah.
But after that shit, I was like,
I think because he was so young, I think that's why Janet Jackson was like, I'll just take the heat. I've taken heat before. And he was still like, at that point, he was still on the up and up. I don't think she should have took the heat, but I think that's why she took the heat.
Oh, maybe that was her thinking. I'm gonna need black folks to stop.
She was probably like, this guy's good. He won't recover from this. I'll recover. I'm Janet motherfucking Jackson.
Hey, I think that's valid.
But at the same time, I don't know. I don't really care about him. Like he dropped a couple songs that I liked growing up, but like I didn't even know he still made.
Yeah, I don't think he's had an album where I'm like, oh, this is the shit. You know what I mean?
He just had songs like
Bringing Sexy Back. Like you're a bitch if you don't like that shit.
That was a catchy song. That was a good ass song.
That rides.
That's a good song. Right
and he had some shit with Suit and Tie with Jay-Z.
Yeah,
what a beautiful collab.
Yeah, that's another good one.
I don't know. I think that's it.
Timberlake.
Oh, Cry Me a River.
Cry Me a River. Banger. I heard that one was fucked up. After the Britney doc, apparently he's the one who cheated on Britney Spears.
What a cunt bucket.
And then made a song and made her the bad guy.
What?
And then he capitalized off it.
Yep. Damn, and he made crazy bread off that song.
That shit sparked his solo career.
Oh, that
was his first single.
That was. Oh, that's so fucked up.
And that
was my shit though.
But that house had no blinds. It was a weird house.
Well,
house
it's
with
a
them big ass windows. Oh my goodness.
Just saying, that's the kind of house it was.
It's the color of your palm.
Palm colored people. TikTok put me onto a lot of shit.
TikTok is hilarious. What is informative is good. You know, in China, TikTok is like a news site. Like people go on TikTok in China, like that's where they go to like. It's like their YouTube.
Oh, get their info, like their news shit.
Yeah, it's like their YouTube, but with news.
Hey,
So
I
like,
can see that.
And you're only allowed to be on TikTok till a certain time of the day, and it turns off it's like a channel. Like after 10 o'clock, it's like no.
Oh, because it's like a TV channel for real.
It's not a TV channel, but that's how they treat it. Like they're like, oh, you can't go on TikTok after a certain time. Like after 10 o'clock, you can't go on TikTok or something like that.
Oh, geez.
Like they're like, and like they really push like videos of like for the kids. Like you know how like our kids do the dances and shit. They push like friggin' like educational shit to the children out in China.
Oh, so their algorithm is like preset.
Yeah, their algorithm is like if they know you're a kid, you're getting like math equations and different ways to do fucking math equations.
Oh, fuck that! I like our algorithm.
Yeah, no,
Keep
but
that shit separate.
That's why a lot of people don't like TikTok. That's why Tyler don't like TikTok because it's owned by a Chinese company and they're getting our data and shit and like learning all our shit.
Yeah, well, like, fucking raking on my data.
Yeah, like they're just like what you call it. We don't want them knowing our buying practices or some shit. I don't know. Tyler can explain it better than me. I don't really care. I'm like, it's gonna get us. I don't care either. I'm just. It gets us exposure. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Know what I mean, my guy.
Shoot. All right. What else we got on the docket today? We got anything else?
Chloe's a crackhead.
Why is she a crackhead? That. What's going on with we never talk about the Kardashians on this, so I'm interested to hear.
Oh, the fucking Kardashians. Okay. We never do. I want to name this by saying like I fuck with the Kardashians heavy. Like I fuck with them. Okay. I aspire to be them. Like when people ask me like, hey, what's your like dream job? Or like, what do you want to do with your life? I want to get paid to toss fucking salad on TV.
They are billionaires. I mean, shoot. Kim just sucked some dick and got her.
I need one of my sisters to take the L.
Yes. Just take the L. Because that's all that video was. She just literally there was barely any sex. She just gave some head and friggin' got her pussy ate. Honestly, she just got her pussy ate for the majority of the video. It's not that bad.
That was her boyfriend. Like people make it seem like so like nasty. It's like that was her partner. Like this wasn't some random nigga she met at fucking Long Beach.
And it was fucking Ray J. Like Ray J is a weird Ray J is extra. So of course that nigga's gonna have a camera in the bedroom.
Yeah. I mean that's that R&B nigga shit.
If I pictured anybody having a camera in the bedroom talking about babe, let's record it, it'd be Ray J.
Yeah. Ugh. I would just if I was Kim, it's like, babe, I would have rather seen something with Reggie Bush or some shit.
It came out that she's the one that leaked it or something like that.
I believe it.
Yeah, she's the one. Like it was.
It launched her family into like fucking billions of dollars.
She's a billionaire. Honestly, the sex tape wasn't that bad. All she did was get her box ate and suck a little dick. Like the video's like not even that long. You can still look it up to this day on Pornhub. It's not that bad of a video.
It's really not. But once again, I think
back then
it was like so raunchy, and now it's
and
like,
it was so
she wasn't like fucking, she wasn't giving the Gok 3000.
I've seen, she wasn't. It was very basic. Like
it's like
Ray J wasn't even good at eating pussy. It was
so like you can tell like they were a couple. That was couple sex. That wasn't like a one night stand. That was like, hey, it's 12 o'clock again. Like. You know what I mean? Very planned, very scheduled.
We ain't trying to look cute. We try to get it done. We just try to get this nut.
Yes, very much so. Get it done. That was the energy.
Even though Ray J don't know how to eat box, that's what it looked like in that video. He was he was a chump.
Let me shut my mouth. But I rather a Ray J than a DJ Khaled who's like, I'm not eating.
Oh yeah, that don't make no sense to me. It makes zero sense.
It's like DJ Khaled.
How you gonna expect the head to
ain't no fat nigga telling me what he ain't eating. Shout out to Nikki one time. She always gets on the mic at the right time. But bringing it back to Chloe.
Yes.
She is a what we would define as a crackhead, and I would take it up a notch and say she's doing crystal meth out of a Pepsi can. And I would say this because how many times does a nigga have to tell you he does not fuck with you? Do you know what I mean? Like, this man has cheated on you countless times in public in multiple ways. And you somehow still take him back, and it's like, oh, we're working on our family, and and it's like
that mean.
And I'm gonna tell you from a girl's perspective, I statements. I do not find him attractive at all. I think that he has this Jay-Z. What did Jay-Z call it? He has this like money gaze. Does that make sense? Like, you don't see him, you see the money and like the worth he has. So I feel like the bitches who fuck on him are fucking on him because of his bread and like, you know, if I get pregnant, I'm gonna be taken care of type of thing. They're not fucking on you because you cute or you're like, oh my God, his personality.
They just want to have a baby by someone who has
dead ass. They truly feel like they just want to have a kid. Yeah. It's kind of like how I want to have a kid with Nick Cannon. I just want to be set. You know what I mean?
Another one. He just had another one.
What do I have to do? What's the app? Like, who has the application to fill out? My uterus is so like it's nice, it's pristine. It's not a used vehicle. Brand new. I mean, it's a fucking Mercedes of uteruses. You know.
I think he has a plan. I think he's trying to make himself a little a bunch of workers for his production company.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
A bunch of employees. He's like, hey.
He said Joe Jackson had the right idea but didn't see it through.
He must start.
Had the right idea. Joe Jackson, people sleep on him. He was really out here getting his bag.
Yeah, but he was a
sick motherfucker, but you know.
He was a motherfucker. He was whooping and beating. He was beating everyone in that family.
Hey.
He was beating everybody. That man was a monster.
Not even beating. He was fucking them up.
He was beating them for fucking up a dance move. Imagine getting beat for fucking up a dance move. I couldn't even imagine. Like, how are you supposed to feel after that? Like, damn, I got my ass whooped because I couldn't lift my leg high enough. I'm tired. Like I get beating them for fucking up a note. Like, what? Like,
I don't know.
And that's why they're all fucked up. All of them fucked up.
This is why when people like say shit about Michael, I just can't. Like, I can't. Because I'm like, you have to think about the psychological shit that had on him. Yeah. I don't think like the Neverland shit, I will stand by this. I don't think he built that on some creepy shit.
Yeah.
I think he really was like, hey, I never experienced a childhood. I have endless amounts of money. Now I can create my own like childhood.
Yeah, I still don't think he touched them kids. I
don't think so either. And people can, say whatever they're gonna say.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he dead now, so like no one would ever know the truth.
I know. I mean,
even though he probably was telling the truth, and no one wanted to listen to him.
Yeah, but you gotta think Michael also was in the space of like kind of doing crazy shit. So people are like,
yeah,
but like I said,
the nigga never had sex with a woman. The nigga never had sex with a woman.
Well, but this is because he got beat. I think he got hit in his privates. Yeah. One time I saw some fucking person or reporter talk about this. He can't, like, he was shooting blanks because his dad like kicked him or hit him in that area so hard.
Damn. Goodness gracious. His voice was fake.
I know. I think he had a vocal coach who was like, hey, you want to be able to sing in this like range or level? You have to continue to you have to basically talk in that like range so that it's easier for you to sing in that range.
It was hilarious because like I heard stories of his voice changing up when he get mad. But listen here, nigga. Like his voice get mad deep.
I cannot imagine.
Like there's stories of him like they be talking and then someone say this something disrespectful. Like, yo, hold up. Like his voice get deep. Like, who the fuck you talking to? I just imagine.
I cannot imagine. I would just be like, oh fuck. Like, huh?
It's like, oh, who done pissed off Michael Jackson? How you gonna piss off the nicest man in the world? It's nuts. But yeah, so what happened with Chloe House?
Yes, yeah, okay. So okay, so Chloe, so this man has been cheating on her, right? Throughout, like, before her pregnancy, during her pregnancy, after her pregnancy. And so I don't know if people watch this, but on Hulu, it's real fucked up. The Kardashians are like, now they're not keeping up with the Kardashians. They're the Kardashians.
Yeah.
And so on that last season, it came to be that he cheated on her again after she done threw this man like a big like birthday extravaganza and all this other shit. So he fucked the bitch, got the bitch pregnant. And it was Kim who found the like legal petition or some shit like that, basically claiming like, hey, like I fucked her and yeah, the kid can possibly be mine. And this is in the mix of like him recovering from other shit that he's done in the past.
Yeah.
And so didn't name this to her, didn't say this to her. But later on, fast forward, we find out that they have a surrogate.
Oh my God.
And it's just like, why the fuck would you have a kid? And I think this is my thing. I think Khloe, it bothers me because Khloe was the smart sister. In the beginning, she was like, don't you let any man talk to you that way. If he can't get with it, honey, he got to go. That was her energy, right? And so it's, for me, it's kind of like sad because it's like, hey, you were this confident, radiant, badass, you know, fucking bitch taking names, whooping ass. And here you are just like subjecting yourself to this like humiliation countless times.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, how many times do you have to touch yourself to know the fuck is hot? Like it's on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It, very much so crystal meth out of
That's
a
crazy. That's crazy. They're having a surrogate. He's having a whole nother baby on her.
Yeah.
Another baby. That's the second baby he had on her, right?
No, I want to say it's the third.
Third baby he's had.
I swear. I swear. Yeah. He's been, and this is the thing, Jalen, is like, cool. I get it. You're an athlete. And this is not to say athletes can fuck on bitches. Like, if you're with somebody, you should be with somebody, right? Cool. I get it. You know, pussy's being thrown at you. At least wrap the shit up.
Well, you know why they have a surrogate.
I don't know.
Why they got a surrogate, right?
Yeah, well, probably because she don't want that nigga touching her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think she's doing it more so because she wants another kid. Khloe's always wanted a lot of kids.
Well, I heard,
and I think she's the one with the least amount. No, yeah, because Kylie has two.
I seen something where it was like, oh, they just don't want to have baby daddies. So like they're
it's too late though.
Because think about it with what you call it with
because they all have the same.
Yeah, all their children are with the same dad. Even Kylie. Even you heard Travis Scott and Kylie break up. Now they had another baby, but they're back together. They had another baby. I think it's just
supposedly they're gonna get married. I don't know how
I don't know anything about that. But that's probably why Khloe keeps having kids with him because she don't want to have a baby daddy. That's why she's probably trying to make it work.
Like she doesn't want multiple different fathers. I could see that though.
But like,
and I mean, I think my shit is, and this was the part that killed me, is Khloe was like, oh, I wanted to stay together for for true. And my thing is, bitch, you got crazy money. You can get you a bomb ass therapist to work out whatever fucking daddy issues she has. And I will say this, let her have her daddy issues. That's going to keep her rooted in her culture.
Yeah. I just don't understand. Like, how many times this nigga gonna cheat? It's like stressful to cheat that many times. Like, you know what happened last time, and you know what happened the time before that, and you gonna do it again? Mm-hmm. Wear a condom, nigga. What is wrong with this? Get yourself.
Or like you said, get a vasectomy. Like, tie that shit up.
Well, apparently vasectomies don't work because there's this football player. He got 17 children.
Shut your mouth. 17 kids.
Yeah, only 3 women though. Only 3 women. Like, only 3 women. But he got mad kids, and he got a vasectomy after his 15th because he has mad kids with one of his wives, with his wife, and he got a vasectomy, and he still had 2 more kids. That nigga's shooters is strong. Them niggas know how to jump on blockage.
Hey, what?
So like sometimes vasectomies don't work that much. I think he got 18 now.
That's scary.
It's either 17 or 18 kids. He got a lot of.
That's too many, Jalen. Right?
Yeah,
like
he got
at 5, I think that's already a party.
Once you hit 5, it's like, all right, nigga, slow the fuck down.
I mean, I would love to see that tax return though, right?
Ooh,
that probably that's just go crazy.
So much, probably. You think 17 kids? He probably get at least. He gotta get a mill.
A cool mill.
Couple 100,000.
17 kids?
Yeah, couple 100,000, especially if it's all with one woman. Majority, I think it's majority of them one woman. Like I think like he has the other two from before his wife now, but he got 17 kids.
God damn.
I don't know if some are adopted, but I know he's had.
Has to be
kids.
Jay. Has to be because nobody's pushed.
I think he has 17. I think
because then realistically, because mathematically, you know, my math teacher, that means roughly each person, each woman, because you said there was 3.
Yeah.
Roughly each of them had 5 kids. Then if they're like vaginal, you know, like giving birth, no surrogate, no nothing.
His wife has had majority of them.
More than 5 then?
I think so. I think she's at least had 7. She at least had 7. She at least had 7.
At that point, I'm holding that nigga to gunpoint.
I will look it up. I will look it up how many kids he got. His name is Antonio Cromartie.
17, Jalen?
Yes, he got a lot of kids.
And how, I mean, he has to be making money, right? Because, I mean.
Well, he's retired now, I believe. He got.
At that point, you got to keep playing, right? 17 kids?
He got he's older though. He's like in his 40s. No, he's 38. Jesus. So he's been retired for 38 some time.
With 7. That means that nigga woke up fucking.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
He's had multiple vasectomies.
So not just, oh fuck.
This nigga just keeps, he's had, oh my God, he had 14th child after his 3rd vasectomy.
3rd? Oh, so we just getting that shit like it's a flu shot.
No, he had 3 kids after his vasectomy. That's what it is. He's had 3 kids after his vasectomy. That's nuts.
Literally.
How many? Let me see. I'm looking it up now. See how many children he got. Let me see. He got a. Oh my God! It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, she had twins. Okay. Damn. So his wife, she was on an E show, Candy Girl. Okay. I don't know. So his wife, Terrica Kaysen, she's had 1, 2 twins, 3, and then had 3 more after the vasectomy. So she had 5 before the vasectomy. Then she had 3 more after. So she had 8.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And that was like she gave birth to them.
Yes, she gave birth to them. And then the rest of them.
There is I don't know. There's just a lot of things I've seen on TikTok about giving birth. And so the fact that she's gone through that 8 times is fucking mind blowing to me.
Well, technically 7 times because because
she had twins.
Yeah, but actually no, that counts as just 2 times in one time. No. That's just 2 times in one sitting.
Jesus Christ!
He has 14 kids, not. That's 18.
Still too much.
But he got 14 kids, and he got mad kids. He's 6 with one wife. He's 38. He got 6. He got 8 with one wife, one of his wives, and then the other. So that means he's what? I don't know math. What is that? 2 other women?
Yeah. Wait, what did you say? I zoned out. I'm still on fucking 14.
He has 8 with one woman, I believe. 8, and then the rest are his baby moms. So 2 baby moms. He got 2 baby moms with 3 kids.
Okay,
I believe. That's a lot of fucking kids.
That's just I'm trying to break that down mentally. That doesn't make sense to me.
That nigga had a village.
He might want to link up with Nick.
Yeah. Shoot. That's what Nick Cannon's trying to do.
You know. Huh?
That's what Nick Cannon's trying to do. Nick Cannon's trying to at least with
Antonio Cromartie. If anybody gets the application to be his baby mama, please forward that to the No Clearance podcast. Greatly appreciated.
NoClearancePod@gmail.com.
And after you do that, you can also buy some merch.
But at least with Antonio Cromartie, it's all the same mother, so like they could get.
I will say that. I like the cohesiveness.
But Nick Cannon just
fuck. That's a lot.
One and done in these hoes. Oh my God. One and done in these hoes. That's what he's doing. The only one who got multiple is Mariah. She got 2.
That's a lot. It's a lot of kids.
Imagine 14 people in general is a lot of people. Like, you ever been in a room with 14 people? That's a lot of people. Like, shit.
That's a cookout. What the fuck?
That's a fucking get together.
No, yeah. I mean, COVID standards, that's a gathering.
Yeah, that's a gathering.
Oh, fuck, no.
You could have a basketball game with substitutions.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That means there's 16 people in that house at all times. That's just annoying.
They're never going to be alone, Jalen.
They could never, and they're
like,
young.
You know how like, oh, I'm an empty nester. That nest is going to be fucking full for a hot minute.
Him and his wife started having kids in 2008. They're not that old either. The kids, I can just imagine just babies crying.
Oh, so it's
nonstop.
like back to back type shit.
Yeah, back to back to back, like every 2 years or something.
Ain't nothing.
This woman spent her whole life in her pregnant. She don't even know what it's like to not be pregnant.
Nah, I'm cool.
That's crazy.
I'm good. I'm so good.
That's
Hell fucking no.
How do we get to this?
Ain't enough
from
bread.
The Kardashians. How do we get to this from the Kardashians?
I don't know, but I'm glad we did. What the fuck?
That is nuts. It's nuts. But yeah,
all this to say, guys, wrap your willies.
Yes, wrap your willies. Don't be silly. Wrap your willy.
Don't be silly.
I have a shirt that says that. It's from Barbados. They really want you to wrap your willy in Barbados. I ain't got nothing else.
I'm all out. That was
it's a good episode.
Who did that?
Tyler might have to take breaks more often.
That was so good.
It's real good. Well, this has been the No Clearance podcast. We'll be back next week. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Hey, hold on.
What?
Before you log out, what should they do, Jalen? They should buy.
Oh, make sure you buy the merch and all that good stuff. It's at noclearancepod.com. You'll see the ad. You'll listen to the ad when it gets there. I put it in there. I got you.
All right.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Hey, like and subscribe.
Hit that notification button right
us.
there. Make sure you go on Apple, give us a 5-star review. And if you're really cool, write that shit out. We need one of those. That's good. And on Spotify,
hey,
give us 5
you can
stars
say, hey,
too.
Khadijah's great. Like, phenomenal.
You can say anything. You can say anything. You can even say you hate us. I don't give a fuck as long as you say something, niggas.
Engagement, babe.
Exactly. All right, now we can go. Peace.